Yeah, awesome. All right, looks like we are live. Oh, I got a notification here. So welcome back to the stream or the video if you're watching afterwards. My name is Mike. Yesterday I was supposed to stream, but there was a little bit of emergency, and so I wasn't able to. And also, I think we're probably gonna have meetings on Monday, so I will see how that sort of like correlate with the future streams, and I might need to skip the Mondays, the streaming on Mondays at least. But we'll see. We'll see how things pan out. But yeah, welcome back into the stream, or if you're first time watching this stream. I sort of have a very unique opportunity to be able to show this film and the process of this film in particular, this project in particular. A lot of the times when I work on, the bigger the films, you have like NDA contracts and stuff like this, which makes it pretty much impossible to be able to share anything after the fact, or even before, like in this case, right? But because this is an indie film, being done in Peru, and I know the director, and yeah, so we thought it would be interesting to just show the VFX, and yeah, take some time off to do that, like schedule out these streams for it. So it's not sort of like a tutorial, it's actually me working on actual shots. And so for this week we are aiming to get sort of like the first version out of all the shots, and then we sort of have these review sessions on Monday, I think, and then we'll see where things go from there. But for now, so it's a little bit hard to sort of like predict how these streams will sort of pan out in the future as well. Like, I'm not really sure, depending on the workload, and as we're getting closer to deadlines and stuff like this, it might be more difficult to do the streams. But I seen that there's a few people actually watching the videos after as well, which is I didn't sort of really expect that. So it's reaching out to someone. So I think it's valuable to to keep doing this for as long as I can, and then we'll see where we go from there, depending on projects and stuff like that in the future. But enough said. Let's actually get into these shots. So here we go. So let me take this list. I was just opening up the shots today, and I've got a couple of shots that I need to work on that has, I think, rain and thunder. And so I did this one some time ago, but I wasn't really happy where it was. So let's see where I got to. Let me just open up the chats here so I can see them, if there is anyone in the chats. Hola, Flow and Nature. Thank you for joining in. That's awesome. So so I think for this shot I was doing some rain admission here. And I was doing some thunder as well, which I was trying to sort of figure out how to do the best way possible. And I'm probably doing like a combination here, but I remember that I was working on when we did the 100. There's like some, I mean, I don't even know what episode it is or what season, but there was like at some point where these worms were crawling in people's skin, and I was using this technique with a paintbrush, like a roto shape basically, that I just paint in and then just animate the lifetime of that line basically. So I think that's kind of like what I was trying to build here, to try to sort of like build a thunder asset, to then composite into the shot afterwards. So I think that's kind of like, I'll try to sort of keep on building on. Yeah, so I have this main one here, and then I have the animation here. And yeah, let's try to see how we continue with this. I think I have... Yeah, I kind of want the whole thunder animation to be like 10 frames, and then it can always sort of retime it at the end. Yes, I think that's what I do. So let's take a look at the shot so I remember what I'm actually working on here. It's gonna disable all these. Oh yeah. There's also no camera movement for this one. How's it going with your shot series? Are they coming along? Yeah, so here, yeah, so I did this rain, let's see. Yeah. So I think I'll try to sort of build up like 3 layers of rain, I think. So I'll do like something sort of for the midground, background, and then I'll do something for the foreground. And then I think I want to do some rain that is sort of like flying in this direction, if I can get to paint. So I think I will do sort of like oops. I've got a latency going on, I don't know why. But kind of like coming sort of like from the background to the foreground type, like rain, not that directional, but like something that feels a little bit more like, yeah, directional from the background, I think. But I think the thunder, yeah, I mean, both things is gonna take some time. So I think I'll start with the lightning here. Worked on one yesterday, starting with a new one today. The first one I worked on yesterday is facing issues with the regrain. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely take a look at the regrain stuff. I also been having some issues with the denoise stuff sometimes for some shots, but I don't know why that is. Sometimes it just helps to, I don't know, to like recreate the node or something. I never made rain before. This is cool. Oh yeah. What are you going? Yeah. So. Yeah. So this is like a emitting like particles, right, from the particle emitter, and then you can like put directional force into it and do a little bit of turbulence, so they get to be a little bit, feels like there's a wind going on to push them. Then you can actually like add a ground as well, but I think when I was trying to sort of add a ground for this, because there's like no camera movement, it was super hard to get like, usually what you can do is like you can do like a point cloud generator on something, right? So it would, you would get like basic so you get like the basic geometry of the terrain. So it works really well when there's like camera movement, but I tried to 3D track this, but it wouldn't pick up on anything because it's super still. So I think I tried to do like just to cover the terrain like by eye, and then try to have the rain sort of bounce on that, so it would kind of like look like that, and then you just add like motion blur to the thing, so it's still like, it needs to be, I think the rain is too thick, and obviously I don't think we would see like any of this rain on the grass, right? Like, but you know, if you want the rain to sort of bounce off a concrete ground or something like that, you could do that. But I don't think for this one I'm not gonna do the bounce, and but I'd really have to tweak the rain and do multiple setups to do like layers of rain, and probably, yeah, and then see how that looks. Maybe also create a little bit of like these mist clouds going in the foreground a little bit, so it feels like a force of wind. So much more we can do, Nuke. Yeah. yeah, it's really cool actually. I mean, it's very rare that I get to do like particles in projects also. But like it's quite cool. Like a lot of the, I think, new shows, like usually when they shoot lasers as well, there are like ways to sort of like make it like lasers like way more dynamical when it's 3D. It's also like nice to do and Nuke directly. So, but yeah, there's always like different methodologies for everything, right? But yeah, I think I'll start with the Thunder, because I think that's kind of like the one that needs a lot of work, I think. Yeah, so I think I will try to keep the full animation to like around 10-15 frames. I think 10. And yeah, then I got like some distortion going on, I think. Up here, yeah. So it looks a little bit like that. And then oh yeah, so I have a mask here. I think I want to spread this mask out, something like this. do some glow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I need to do a lot of drawing here. So I think, let's see. Let's create another branch on frame 2. I really need to get my Wacom installed. Keep this like something like that. And then I want maybe like a branch here. And then I'll do like some smaller ones here. And so, yeah, so now the way to do this is that now they all live in frame 2, right? But you can make them live on all the frames, and then in the stroke we can animate each section here. So I'll start from the first one. So if I take all these out, and then I start animating this on frame 2, maybe, yeah, let's take frame 2. And then let's see, we want to animate the endpoint. So we do a keyframe on frame 2, and I think I want it to sort of fully be out at frame 5. And then we got like this animation happening, and then we can take the next one. And so I think by the time so this is the next one I want to animate, and I think for the on frame 4 I want this to exist. Yeah, so yeah, so here we don't want it for sure. And then here so by the time we reach maybe frame 7, I want it fully developed out. So it looks a little bit like this. And then let's take the other one, see how that looks. So that one. So I think by the time I reach so by 5 I don't want it, and then 6, 7, so now we got that little one going. And let's see for the next one. There's still 3 more strokes. Okay, so that's a tiny one as well. I think I want it from 7 to 8, so nothing on 7 and on 8. We get this one, and then 8. Okay, yeah, so this branch over here, I want when this branch sort of reaches this point here, so I think at frame 5, so it shouldn't exist on frame 4, and frame 5, 6, 7, it's out fully. And one more. The end there. So it doesn't exist on 7 and it's out on 8. There we go. Okay, so that was like a branch more, something like that, maybe. So let's see, with the distortion on the glow, did a little bit of a rescale on it. Yeah, I probably want it to happen faster even, but you know, and I think I could probably merge like different sections of it on itself, so I don't have to like animate a whole bunch. I feel like right now this one in the middle feels like the sort of the main one, and then these are like smaller. Yeah, so I don't know if I want. Let's get it into the shot, then it's kind of like easier to sort of get a feeling for it. Let's just remove all the rain stuff. Do I have more rain coming in? Oh no, okay. Yeah. So here it glows. Then I'll do some chromatic stuff on it. And then a final glow with a little bit of tint. Maybe let's take this tint down to like 20%. Then I have done a light wrap. Putting it there on the sky, I guess. Yeah, so let's see how this looks like. Yeah, we got our the bot in Twitch. I should really try to look into how to get rid of those bots, but I guess they can come in on YouTube as well. Yeah, so it's not looking too fantastic right now, but you know, let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to save all this to see what's happening here. So I'm mixing in 20%, 90, and I guess I want like 100% and then down to 20 and 0. So I think this is maybe a little bit better. Okay, so slowly getting somewhere. Now the position of it, I'm not super happy about, and the look also, but I'll take it one thing at a time. So I think I want, let's see how, yeah, I would have to make it thinner and bigger. So let's see. So if I like that position, and I could maybe erode it here. Oops. Oh, keep bringing up the wrong one. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so I got this mask here, so I probably want to do that before, and maybe here even. So if I do, okay, I would have to treat the main one a little bit differently, I guess. So I'll take it up here, and then that made that one thinner, and then let's make, actually I think we can make the strokes thinner after the fact that here brush size. So let's see, I think this one is 20, so maybe let's go half this thickness, maybe 5 for this one, 5, 5, or not that one, I want it to be 10. This one, 5, 5. Okay, so let's see how. Let's see how that looks in the shots. Okay, still way too thick. Is it? Oh, I think it's the blur, maybe. It also makes it a little bit thicker, yeah. So let's make it even thinner if possible. Let's try to push this to 8. Okay, completely disappeared. Let's try to pre-mold here. Okay, that is starting to look much better, like scaling wise, I think. So let's see, let's try to so I have some time mask for it. Let's see, that one I like better. So how does it look like if I mask it by this one? Okay, doesn't do much. Need to create more space here. So let's put it here. Okay, and I think for the glow, okay, it's a little extreme. So I think I did that. Okay, so maybe we can just for now mix this one to like 10% instead. Blur is maybe a little big, so let's take the blur down to like 2. Go with this sharpness, I don't know why it's there. I don't need that grade. And we're doing our chromatic stuff here. Cool. So let's see. I probably, yeah, I want to manipulate this key here. Actually, let's take a. Oops. I keep changing my. Okay, so I animated it. So this is full power, and as it sort of appears. So let's see. Yeah, it needs to be faster. Faster for sure. So I think I will delete this keyframe here, and then I'll put, let's see, probably push it like that. It should be faster. Yeah, I think like timing wise it's pretty good. I think what could be interesting here is like try to get the animation in that we just did. So sorry about that. So I think I will do, let's see, a time offset, probably, yeah, here at the end. And I did the animation for the first 10 frames, and I want to push it to frame, when is it fully out, 50. So I think I want to time offset it by 40. Shouldn't that, okay. So on 49 I sort of want it to look something like that, and then yeah, okay, so I need to also do this animation, I need to do it a little bit faster, so do a little retime on it. So do a, yeah, retime should be fine. And then maybe let's try this, see how that looks. Yeah, now maybe I should do the retime up here first. I think I'll do it after the distortion. Yeah. So let's take a look at the first frames. Input. Let's just do a little bit more. Let's put 100 here, just in case. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, great. So, and then we'll push the speed to 2. Okay, so actually maybe a little fast, so let's try 1.5. I think it's a little fast still, maybe 25. Yeah, I think it sort of gives the feeling that it's spreading. So let's try again. The offset here, and then I had it living here. So that would be the first that we see of it. It sort of spreads out and loses its power and then disappears. Okay, so maybe I want to have the life of it a little bit longer. Maybe just extend it, but like that. Let's see how that looks. In case I forgot to mention it in the beginning, I'm working on this indie film called Basilio y el Mar. It's a very, very beautiful film shot in Peru. And yeah, I get to sort of share and show the work in progress for the VFX for these shots. We're doing 30-something shots. This stream, it's not a tutorial as such, but I wanted to sort of keep the streams open and for conversation, like in the chat or in the comments. Like for anyone who's interested, yeah, to get into the industry or learn anything about VFX or any of that type of thing. I think I am in a little bit of a unique position compared to many other VFX artists. I think most VFX artists just, they work for big studios and work all the big films, which I also do occasionally. But I also run my own company, so my own production company, actually, in fact. But I work sort of in relationship with other big companies as well, right? So we work with like Apple and big VFX studios and stuff like that as well, where we do all sort of productions. So we do like documentation and all sort of things, right? But where I find a lot of joy in the work that we sort of do is working actually with sort of like smaller productions, just because they are, I feel like, more creative. Like I have way more creative freedom, and it's a little bit more open and more collaborative. It's more involved, right? Because you need to wear different hats. And that makes it really fun to me, personally. So, and you sort of get to learn a bunch of different areas of expertise as well. Like, yeah, to me that's super fun. I don't think I never met another VFX artist that has sort of done or have the relationships that I do as well, like with film institutes and stuff like that as well, where we do like, sometimes we, they call me in for like a course or to show off something or something like that, or been working on like consulting other indie projects and things like that, which is cool. Like I get to do a whole bunch of array of things. I feel like sometimes working on big films, you so much in it, right? And it's a whole nother beast because you're collaborating with like a lot more people, and it's things are way more streamlined and stuff like this. So you focus very much on just compositing, right? But like here, actually for this production, we are keeping it pretty much all in compositing as well, but and sometimes there's a huge benefit to that, right? Like because the more you can keep in comp only in terms of VFX for a film, the better in a way, because like you wouldn't have to build like 3D assets or anything like that, which requires more people, more time, and effort to develop. So like there's a pros and cons to everything, but I really enjoy these type of projects, and it's so cool that I get to share it. So yeah, so if you're watching the video after the facts or the stream right now and you have questions about anything, just let me know, and we have a conversation, or yeah, just ask me anything in the comments after the fact, and I'll try to catch up with the questions in the comments as well. I kind of like how this is turning out. I like the timing and the spread and everything. So maybe it needs to be like a frame faster or something. I don't know. We would have to see. But for now, I kind of like it. I think I'll need to do a better mask for it. So let's see. So yeah, we got it full power at 51. So I just want to see how it looks without the mask. With the mask. So this mask is actually not doing anything. Right. Oh, my music disappeared. There we go. All right. Oh no. Oh yeah, there we go. I thought I lost internet. The music wasn't loading. Okay, so this mask was shit, right? So I think, yeah, I want that. I want these clouds. So let's see. Yeah, now it's definitely doing something. I would like to maybe place it sort of like off. Maybe does it look okay if we stretch it? Yeah. I think we can get away with stretching this a little bit. And actually, how does it look like if we invert the mask? So let's take a look at this mask again. Okay. Yeah, something like that, I guess. And then I'll do, I think I had one for, yeah, so I think I take High Sky. I want to take this mask here and do that one on top as well as a mask. And then maybe take them at like the intensity down to like 40 maybe. How does that look like at the end? Yeah, so I'm trying to just push the lightning here like back in the mist. And then yeah, see how that looks. So I do want to do like an exposure. I want to do exposure here. And then link it to that. And I think I want to blur this. So maybe I want to shuffle out this RGB channel into the alpha as well. Oops. Oh, actually, I don't have to do that. I can just erode here. Oh yeah, probably can't do that. Let's see how much we can exposure here. So it's 50, 51. Yeah. Yeah. exposure then looks like. It's probably a little strong, but let's do that here. So when does it appear? I guess I want to do like a flashing light like right before it appears, so maybe we can do like light and then here we go down a little bit. And then it's like that, and then it goes to 0 here. So let's see how that looks like. Be right back. I'm just gonna grab some water. Oh, my camera died out as well. I'm back. Just a moment. Okay, so what happened here? Yeah, cool. Camera seems to be back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the exposure kind of looks strange. I think it's because I kind of like left it on turned on in the beginning, right? Yeah, so I need to have it be 0 here, and let's just give me I'm just gonna give myself a few more frames to have a look at it and see how that looks. Okay, kind of like bam, like I kind of like this transition, and then I'm not too happy about like the sort of like the I guess the it feels like a thick glow it kind of has, and I think it's the it's the exposure. So I think will blur this even more. that's better. Yeah, and then I would have to see how I make it sort of interact with the environment as well, and probably also tone back the intensity of the lighting. It's probably a little intense. Yeah, I kind of want it to be faster, but at the same time, it's like it's almost only this flash. Maybe this flash could be even more intense. So flash, lightning, 1, 2. Yeah, we probably see like a frame too much, I think. Yeah, I think we do see it a frame too much. So let's pull this one back again. And see how that looks like. Like should almost feel like we don't catch it, right? Lightning, you almost like see the flash, and then you got like a few frames where you get to see it, kind of. So I think, let me see. Yeah, it should be gone here. And yeah, that's cool, I think. That's cool. And maybe the exposure here is a little extreme, so let's go back down to 3. Something like that. Yeah, I think there's like a thick sort of glow to it still. So I'll probably try to even blur this even more. And see how this goes. Actually looks like. Yeah, so let's have a look. Yeah, I kind of like that a lot, actually. So that's looking quite good. I think I will maybe do, because I have a multiply here, probably do another multiply. To control the general intensity of it, so I think it's kind of like very strong here, and maybe take it to 33% instead of so let's see. So if you're catching the stream for the first time, welcome in, welcome in. Working on an indie film. And we get to show the work, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, maybe that is I mean, it does integrate a little better. Yeah, it's actually quite cool. Feels like the intensity and the lines are like shifting, everything started moving, and it's quite fast. So yeah, I'll think actually quite happy with that. I'll keep it like this for now, and then I'll try to see maybe to do some integration stuff. I don't know what I have here. Oh yeah, I have some light wrap, so I already did that. And so let's take it here. Oh, actually, yeah, let's take it there. Let's see what we got. This is like a little extra light. Let's do. Okay, I'm just gonna delete no animation here and see. Yeah, maybe mix it in like that. Oops. Oh, and I did probably, yeah, I did another one here. Yeah, this is a mega blur here. So these two sort of like light, and I want this to be a little stronger. So it lights up so it feels like it's lighting up the environment. So let's see, we have that one, this one. Sorry if I'm just mumbling to myself here. I'm just going at it, you know. But please, if you are joining in the stream, welcome in and feel free to ask any questions or feel free to talk about anything. This is some work stream, if you will, a chill work stream. We get to work together, or yeah, in a sense, right? We're working at the same time, at least. So let's see. Where did I? Okay. So let's take this down to maybe 6. Actually, I want this light to sort of have the same animation as this one, so I'll take or replace that. Take and replace that. Oops. There we go. Delete these. And now they should have the same animation as the thunder. Let's take a look how all the light interaction stuff is looking like. That's cool. I like it. There's something weird going on here. Like it feels like it's something is staying after the lightning strike. Feels like there's a bright patch. Oh no, maybe it's just me going nuts. No, there's like a light change. Bright and okay, I need to see more frames, I think. I feel like this I have like a mask or something that's sort of staying there at the end, so I'll need to take a look at more frames to see what it is. But I'm kind of digging the whole, like the lightning and the light interaction. Yeah, yes, something sort of like stays lit here. So let's see. This is weird because this one is 0, this one is 0, this one is 0, 0. So oh, I have something enabled here. I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, that was the one. That's the sinner. Okay, I don't know why I had that at some point. Let's take a look at the masks. Oh, okay, so I think I tried to do some light interaction here at some point. So maybe we keep going at it. So if I take, let's see, this animation into the mix and combine all of it. So once the lightning hits here, boost. Okay. Right. So I took the lightning light, moved it. Maybe remove this. Keyed out that, yeah, right. So I want this actually. And then, okay, Maybe I just want to make this like huge. So okay, maybe I went overboard. Yeah, and then that will mask this key. And I don't know why I have this. I'll probably try to isolate some details, I think. Yeah. We should blur this. Maybe this one works well for the character, but let's see. Yeah, that actually. That's actually not too bad. Maybe a little intense, but let's see it play out. Let's go back to 60 and 40 here and see. Twitch. Ooh, that's actually very nice. I get like the light interaction there, the little bit like on the back, right? I think maybe I can do like another one that is a little bit more intense. I don't know, I feel like lighting up this area. Maybe like there. What happens if I blow this up more? Nah, it's not looking too good. Yeah, I think that looks quite okay actually. Yeah, so I'm doing light, and then I don't know what I have here. Just doing some early tests. I'm just gonna delete all this. There we go. Sorry, I'm spacing out here with the notes. Okay. I would like to put like, because I would like to put like this mist basically on top of the lightning, which is basically what I've done here to sort of mask it, right? But I don't feel like it's doing such a good job. I don't know if I can let's see if I can sort of boost that key here, but if not, I can definitely do a noise like a noise mask. So I basically want more contrast, but yeah, I think I'll lose sort of the cloud shapes. I don't think I'll be able to sort of extract the enough detail on that, but not to worry, we can do noise and make it look like clouds. So let's do like contrast. Okay, maybe that was a little much, like 1.5. Let's make the noise a little something like that, I guess. Let's move them around a bit. And yeah. And then let's push the contrast a little more. Take down. And let's see if we then actually, if I mask it this way, then I'm using the sky keyer that I have, right, to mask the noise, and now I have like a little bit of more or that cloud stuff, and then I want to mask the lightning by that. So now should have helped a little, but I guess let's try to just push this cloud. I don't think it's intense enough. Yeah, like oh yeah, I'm also should probably manipulate all channels here, and then let's try to push it, something like that. Let's see how that looks. It didn't do much. What if I probably should put this to stencil maybe. Yeah, it's not really masking it as much as I want to. It's masking something. Let's try to make it a little smaller. There, all those shapes a bit, like around here. Yeah, so it's covering it, but I just wanted to cover it even more. So let's push those it's quite extreme, but yeah, it's not really doing what I want. Okay, let's take a look. So the noise pattern needs to be darker. Push the gain. And yeah, maybe the size. I like the shapes to be big. And then it's not in the right spot. Here. Something like that. I've trying to look at this area here and then see how that will sort of work as a cloud. Yeah, then I contrast the crowd out of it. Let's delete this transform. And then okay, we're getting, I think it's just because it's so intense. Like this it's lightning. So I need to like get the crap out of it. Oh, it's because I had mixed this note down so much that it wasn't doing the effect. So it's like boosting the alpha so much. Okay, yeah. Sometimes happens. It happens. All right. Right. Yeah, exactly. So now I should probably tone back. Move this noise around just to see if I can get to cover a little bit. Maybe something like there, and then see if I can move this noise around a bit. Okay, so I think the contrast is probably killing a lot of this. And then boost it up. And we're boosting it up even more. And then let's see now. Oops. Yeah, okay. And now probably want to blur this. But now it's sort of, yeah, and then maybe now I can sort of mix this down to like 9, so we still see some of the light sort of going. It gives it's so subtle stuff, but I think it's, it breaks up the shape and it feels like it's sort of, the lightning is traveling through the different cloud layers. And I think that's gonna look cool. I think it's, it's super subtle stuff, but I think it's worth it for those details. So let's see it play out. cool. I think it's looking pretty good. So the only thing I'm sort of worried about at this point with the lighting is that because it's so intense, the sort of the light, and I don't sort of have a reference to the light, right? So if I remove all the lighting stuff here, there's like no intense values in the shot. So I don't have anything else to sort of compare it to. So once I put it in, it's like super strong. So I might have to sort of dial it back a lot, and it might create complications for the color correction stuff once they receive it. But I think I have the multiplier here. We could probably tone that down to, like, let's say 1. So just by using the multiplier, I can sort of like tone it sort of down the values, and and then maybe do a little bit of contrast to sort of bring up again some highlights, some shadows and stuff like that. But I think for now I'll keep it here, I think, and then maybe work on the rain. And then we'll see with the director if there's any sort of like value complications that we run into. So let's see, for this rain stuff then. Okay, that's all lightning. I'm just gonna clean up the notes here while I'm at it, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. And my music's gone. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So let's say just gonna make the script a little bigger. Something like that, I guess. Let's clean up a few things here. Yeah. It's not super clean, but I'm the only one working on it, so it's mostly for my sake. In case I go back to the shot, remember what I was doing. Okay. I think I don't know why, but for a moment I kind of saw my life flashing before me with all this notes, and I was like, why do I have so many connections going all this way? It just looked like impossible to sort of figure it out, but but yeah, I think it's okay. I'll do a backdrop here, and we call this one light, Neira. And let's do 75. Choose the color of it. Okay. Right. So I think slowly getting there. with that. So I push the lighting down here, and this was the rain. So this setup can be a little pricey to do, like it's a little bit slow. I might have to do a pre-comp of this, and I found out the other day that I can't render out anything while I'm streaming because I think it's taking all my CPU and it's taking everything from the stream as well. So I'll probably do that off stream, doing some pre-comps. But what I can do is set up these 3 different rain layers and then maybe get a sense of how that would look. Oh, oof, almost spilled my water there. I mean, this is looking pretty good, but I think when we look at it in here, I think it looks like the rain is quite thick, right? So I think this could work for the foreground rain, maybe. Yeah, and I want this rain to also I want this rain on top of the lightning, so it should actually go after the lightning stuff. So I'm just gonna cut this, move the lightning up, and then put the rain on top. And that way I can also use the interactive elements from that I done up here. So this one, let's see. Yeah, so I think I was trying to see if I have a key that is working pretty well, but I might just do another one, I think. Yeah. Also, if I key it from here, I get like the lightning light values. Oh no, it crashed. Oh no, I hope it's saved. It saved my stuff. Let's see how much work I have to redo. Oh my god. No. Okay, it looks like it was just the I need to see it play out. I don't think I lost anything. It seems like it was just like the I think it was all the script cleanup that didn't get saved out. So I will just gonna delete this as well. I have to redo it a little bit again. Right, so backdrop. Lights, C5. kind of want to put all the keys up here, but yeah, it's fine. I'll probably clean that up better at some point. Let's go with the rain stuff, and now I'm saving the script, so I'm not gonna get any problems. And yeah, so what? I'm gonna remove the ground stuff that I was doing here. Let's keep this simple, and I don't think I need a. You know what? Let's keep the scene in there for now. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to do a keyer here, and then it crashed. So let's see. Here, and we should see the lining there. So basically I want to use sort of like this here to mask a little bit of this rain, because the rain kind of looks like it's sort of like evenly lit, right? So what I want to do is to have this sort of, so like if you see it with the mask, without the mask, so we see like a lot of this raindrops over here are like same values, right? And now they sort of disappear a little bit, and so they are also a little bit brighter, more brighter. Maybe we can like gain the rain up by the mask as well. So by like try to boost it. And maybe we manipulate this mask a little bit, because I think it's too wide of a mask right now. Yeah, it's way too wide. So let's do another one here, and then so when it's this intense, it would bright up the rain in those areas. We can like bright it up like something like that, and then maybe blur this a ton. And yeah, see how that looks like. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too intense. So let's maybe take that back to 3. And then this mask could be a little tighter. So something like that maybe. Actually, yeah. This is for the foreground, the rain. Possibly, right? Because I don't want it to sort of disappear completely from the sides. I wanted it to be there, because I think in the nose, for the shot it says like it's supposed to be like a heavy rain shot, let's say. Yeah, it just says rain and thunder. So it doesn't say like a white storm or anything like that, but I think. But yeah, I think it would be good to make it feel a little wild, or better than this at least. A little bit more intense. Yeah, this is to keep this here for now. I also feel like, yeah, maybe it is a little big, so I'm gonna do maybe 20. Maybe 30. Yeah, so if this is foreground rain, let's have a look at how that looks for now, and then we can create the other ones. Oh, I lost the chat. Right. Okay, there is a weird line here. I won't fix that now, but I think I would like to sort of have that mountain range or something sort of feels off here with one of the Mask of the Thunders, but I think in terms of for the rain, it's looking alright. I think for foreground rain, that's okay. Maybe we can mix it down a tiny bit and then gain this up a tiny bit more and blur this even more. So let's take a look. I can probably loop these frames. So I think, yeah, the peak here is a little strong. So I think, yeah, going back to 3. And maybe I can even mix this down to 5 as well. Since this is sort of like the foreground rain, this is what's coming through. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I'll save it here in case it crashes because I feel this is a little heavy. Alright, so I'm just gonna copy this setup and we call this one, let's just do a, the water, sticky note. And we call it the, what do you call it? A foreground rain. 75. And this one we want to be really small, so I'm gonna call this background. So I want it to be really thin drops, and yeah, maybe also I should adjust this motion blur amount. Let's do 5. Oh. And the emitter, we can change the size of it to 0.1. something like that is quite nice. Maybe the ignition rate you can do 400. Also, the strength of these could be a little bit less, maybe 3. And the turbulent we get a little bit more, so maybe use 5. And then motion is less. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, I'm just looking alright. So I'm just gonna delete these 2 gray nodes. Oh, I keep pressing on that button. And yeah, let's put that in before the foreground. Plus edit. So there's that rain and this rain. Wonder if I can go even smaller. We're already at a pretty small size, but let's go twice as small. Yeah, something like that. Now it might be really hard to see on the stream, but hopefully you can see it. I'm gonna try to see if I can contrast the image up a little bit more so it's easier to see. But now I have like these tiny sort of like drops in between, and I think I'll just blur them by a tiny amount, like maybe 1, 2. Yeah, so like already by 2 pixels blurring, they almost kind of like disappear, but it might be okay. So I think it gets, we can still get a sense of more dense rain, like in the I think also I want the streaks to be shorter, so they don't feel as close to the camera. So let's see. Let's have a look at it here. Oh, I don't see the. Yeah. So now, if we take the motion fall off, does it do anything? Let me adjust the motion amount. Yeah, okay. 35. What's on the other one? 2? That's huge. Okay. Yeah, something like that, I guess. And then you can mix that down to maybe 75. Let's have a look. Where's my mouse? Oh, I'm gonna save before this crashes. Okay, so yeah, now I have like these small raindrops in between, and I have the big ones as well. Which are these? And so I think I will do the same stuff. So I'll mask it here. Oh yeah, I can't. So I have to merge it here and then mask it, and use the same setup here. Yeah. So now those small raindrops would also get illuminated once the thunder strikes. And let's see how it looks. I mean, it's looking pretty good. I think once we see it in the actual, like, color corrected shot, I think it will probably look quite good. So I'm just gonna boost up my color node here just to be able to see things a little bit better. Okay, let's just render out a few more frames just to get a better feeling of it, and meanwhile I'll be right back. Alright, how's it looking? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good actually. I think maybe for the foreground rain, I could do a little bit of defocus on it. Yes, the streaks feel the screen a little bit more, but yeah, maybe that was too much. Maybe 5. 2. 2, 5. How does that look? Yeah, it's a little bit. It gives it a little bit depth. It's so subtle stuff, but it helps. It helps. Okay, let me see. Let's set this up a little better. Foreground. Oh, yeah, I should actually bring this down. And this one up here. Oops. Right. Okay. Did one of the masks break or something? I feel like I'm missing something here. Yeah, this one, right? Yeah, this one should be, oops. Should be masked to this, like that. Yeah. Okay. Is there any more we can do to the shot? So we got a little bit of rain. We got the thunder in there. We got, oh yeah, so this like this mask here annoys me a little bit. You know, maybe it's not the biggest issue. It's just like, I don't know, it feels weird to me. Yeah, so it's here. And you know, I think just to do a quick fix on this, because I think it's just like one frame in particular. Well, or maybe it's not a quick fix. I could sort of paint this. Something like that. Let's see how that looks. Maybe it looks like balls. Yeah, okay, that helped. Like now it feels like the sky and the mountains are sort of illuminated. Well, the sky is illuminated behind the mountains. I think that looks better. And I think it's just that frame that was like popping out to me. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. So what else can we do? What else can we do? Again, I feel like it's probably too intense, but you know, let's wait on the director and then see. I like that it feels like I have these misty sort of waves in there. I had the rain and the foreground, the background. Maybe the rain feels a little like a little dead on. Like I would actually like to just slightly rotate the rain. And I think the way that I would do that, I should actually just be using the same camera here. So deleting that one, and I think I can just rotate the camera here, like by a few degrees. Not here maybe, but next. Okay, so let's try something more because it's hard to see. It's actually doing something. Okay, that's definitely not the right angle. So maybe here on set. Yeah, so now it's coming in from that angle, but I think I want it to sort of come in from left. So I'm just gonna minus 25, and then that should change direction for both the rain stuff. Yeah. So a little bit more dynamic that way. Maybe I should split the camera into two anyway, and just to so the raindrops doesn't necessarily have like 100%, so it feels like maybe the smaller rain or the background rain is sort of like coming in at a steeper angle than the foreground rain could come maybe a little bit more straight down. So we can do like maybe 5 degrees on the foreground, and we do 25 degrees on the background. It's actually, I think it's these things is why I think AI would have such a hard time doing a lot of this stuff and changes, right? Like there's such tremendous power in compositing, especially once you sort of get to do a little bit of 3D stuff. Like it's so easy to sort of like rotate a few things or like enhance a few things or layers within layers without having to like generated through AI. Like if you would ask AI to give you different layers of like rain and which angles it should come in at and all that stuff, like I think it would just take such a long time to sort of describe and get right. And I think this is a perfect example where there is still tremendous power in compositing, and there will be in the future as well, even though AI gets to do maybe most of the work somehow. But I still think sort of like giving maybe the elements to the artist and then you sort of like put it together or something like that. I still have no real idea on how things will develop, but I think it's there's still a long way for AI to go in order to have this what do you call it, like amount of control, I guess, making something. I just don't see that for AI right now, but who knows. I think it's probably just a matter of time. But yeah, so right now I think it looks quite cool actually. The rain. Now I'll probably have to refresh that. Yeah, let's look at it on a little bit bigger screen, because it's kind of cool, like how you get the feeling of the two different rain layers, right? Like it's subtle, but it feels like the rain is kind of like all over the place. and it's windy, and yeah, maybe I should get the two angles a little closer from the rains. Like I think the sort of the background rain is a little bit on a steep compared to the foreground, so maybe get them a little bit both a little bit closer to the same angle, but kind of feels a little bit like snow as well, right? Like these raindrops, and we don't want it to feel like hail or snow. But I'm really liking it, how it's coming along with this. So I think, yeah, maybe we push this to -10 and then this one to 20. And then this should be different enough, but closer to the same angle. Very nice. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it. How are you? Which one are you working with today? Yeah, that looks cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So it's a lot of depth, light interactions, that kind of thing. I think I don't know if I wanna try to do like a big light burst like off screen a little bit before the thunder hits. So I'll try to give that a go and see how it looks. I went back to the first one I did, shot 6, to make it better, and I think I did something to my script. 30 more minutes and I'll change it to different shots. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm super curious to see the shots you're working on. See how they're coming along. Right. So let's take this exposure node down here at the very end. Whoa. Yeah, that's extreme. Let me put on the music. Right. Let's take that mask. Yeah, I kind of feel like something like that is kind of I mean, obviously it kind of breaks everything, but it's also very nice that everything gets a chance to be feels impactful. I'm just gonna see how this plays out. Actually, it's not super good, but I just wanna see it. Yeah, I really like that everything illuminates. So I think that's what I think sort of the impact of the thunder is what I was looking for. So I think maybe blurring that mask a bit and then not making it that strong, but let's see the highest value I have. So I think I'll probably delete this and then I'll take the value down to 1. And so we're really pushing the sort of the gradient of the sky now with the light. And then let's see how that looks like. Oof, yeah, that is burning a lot right on the lightning is there. But I like the sort of the first frame. So like here, that one, this is also okay. Yeah, I think I need to almost need to turn it off like immediately, I think, the exposure, so it only lasts something like that, I think. Why do I have that here? Green. Oh, did I not take all the... There we go. Okay, let's see again. Yeah, that's very nice. Now we get that flash in the sky, right? Like before the thunder or the lightning. So now it looks like it's a little bit more impactful, more dangerous. Actually quite happy with this where this is at the moment. How long is this shot? Totally forgot. 165. Yeah, so I don't know how many thunders or lightning strikes that should be in for this shot, so maybe I'll add another one in, but it really depends on timing, I guess. Might be a good thing to talk with the director about as well, like when it should actually happen, the lightning, and if it should happen multiple times, because right now I'm just putting it in one place. But it should be quite easy to duplicate the lighting and put it in multiple times. Yeah, I think as the last thing actually, for this lightning, I think I would like to blur it a little bit, or like defocus it. So I'll do that here, I guess. Defocus. 2. Three, 4. Maybe 3. Yeah, so it feels like it's a little bit more blurry and hidden behind the mist, right? Yeah, I think that's good. Something like that. Let's see. Have you worked with Roger before? No, I haven't actually. This is the first time working with him. Nice. I really like this. So I think maybe I'll add another rain layer in there, but I'll try to do one that is flying more towards the camera as a test. Maybe it gets a little too busy, but I think it'll be fun to try it out. So let's see, I think the directional force should be a little stronger. So let's do 1 and then I'm gonna push it towards the camera. Let's copy the camera. So the camera is there. Let's see which direction I need to push it. So -1, nope, not here, here, there we go. Just like flying right into the camera basically. Let's just see how that looks like. Maybe it looks a little strange. Almost looks like a little bit like hail, I guess, but let's do like so it's not so turbulent, and let's also, so the camera is sort of like looking, yeah, I think maybe the force, I want the camera sort of like only capturing sort of like the top of it a little bit, so I want to play a little bit more with the force. I think maybe it went too crazy. So if I take it down to 0.6, then we should capture a lot more of it. And let's see how that pans out. He's going to get hooked on the FX. Yeah, you think so? Have you worked with him before? But yeah, I think it's Yeah, stuff like this is fun, right? Like I think it's fun once you sort of when you do your own stuff, or you get to do like a bunch of, you can do so many things once you know how to play with the tools, right? But I think like that. That's why, you know, I think ultimately I always wanted to make my own films as well, and that's why I fell in love with compositing, right? Like it was actually a funny story. I remember once I was getting hired. I won't name any places or anyone, but it was really funny because you know, I was a generalist, and usually a generalist gets better paid, right? So a generalist would get like yeah, usually just more a higher salary than compositors, and so the HR would ask like, yeah, why in hell would you composite? Because compositing is like, you know, you're the last line of defense. You're dealing with way more deadlines and overtime, and you get lesser pay and all this stuff. And I always said like, yeah, I mean, I actually genuinely love compositing. Like I don't think she was sort of expecting that answer, but actually I do. Like I think it's super cool, right? Like compositing is so powerful. Yeah, so once you sort of get a strong foundation on the basics, yeah, there's just so much you can do with it, and like especially like matte paintings and all that type of stuff, right? Yeah, it's interesting. No, I haven't, but I'm happy. But I'm happy about it. Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. This is a fun project for sure. So yeah, okay. So it looks a little bit like snow, and I think the turbulence is a little strong. So I think I'm just gonna kill the turbulence here and then see how that looks like. Okay, it's still strong without it. Is it the? It could just be the directional force causing that. So I'll keep the turbulence, and yeah, I think I'll try to do them a little bit smaller. So we do one, and see how that looks with the blur. Yeah, so maybe the blur we can do even more. So like blur amount, maybe do 2. I think also, let's go back into this directional force and then see if we can. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger again so we can actually see it. And then the force, maybe change it to 4. Let's see how that looks like. It's like bouncing all over the place. Maybe I do this smaller as well. So like 10, 20. Directional force. Yeah, let's keep it like that, and then see. Turbulence, I don't want to. I think maybe let's go. looks a little crazy. I kind of liked it a little bit more as I was looking before, so I think it was very much in the camera before, so like was it one? And let's just keep the camera up here, smooth up a bit. Let's fix this angle and then turn the camera up a little bit. That way we're sort of capturing it a little more. Whoa, yeah, that looks crazy. I'm just gonna disable the turbulence, and I guess, yeah, I guess it's just the way it's sort of moving maybe with the force. Trying to think about, so if we emit way less particles, this, so maybe if I would sort of blur this a lot as well, so it feels like it's almost like water hitting the camera almost. Okay, and I think I'll have the camera sort of look down a little bit more again, so maybe half of this, so something like that. I was actually kind of like how chaotic this felt, like it really felt like water, so maybe it look higher up. Yeah, I kind of like that. It really feels like water. Okay, so let's try to just put in that as a almost like a foreground element into the shot. Maybe it looks completely ridiculous once we see it in there. And take it down maybe to like 5. Let's see. See how it looks. That square there definitely needs to be gone. But let's see how, if it even works out. Ooh, yeah, I definitely know what else we can add in here as well. We should add like some lens dirt. Let me see if I can find some. Dirt. that is just Google the lens third. And this is looking pretty nice. So what I'll do is actually the setup here. So let's see, I want this at the very bottom, and I want it before the grain. I'm just gonna copy this. And then, yeah, what I'm feeding in here is the lens third. So that's how that would look, and then I'll key that. Yeah, it's gonna be highly manipulated by the exposure, but let's see, let's do something like that. And we can invert this. And so once the thunder strikes, I want to see a little bit of the lens third. And it's probably too strong. So let's do. Keying that, feeding this into the main. So I have this one is clean, this one's sort of lens third, masking like that. Let's blur this and plant these values a little bit more. Blur. Okay, let's see. I don't know, I get confused if it's in NB, so I'll put it in A here. Whoop. And then I'll probably do the inversion. Yeah, exactly, so now I'm getting that lens third, and I can mix it down a bit, so maybe I want a little bit more lens third. Sort of like this. And then I can mix this down to be quite subtle, maybe 0.3 or something like that. It's very subtle, but we get like these, you know, lens artifacts and stuff like that. So let's see how that would look like once it plays. Yeah, so, and I think, yeah, for the foreground rain there, I definitely have to turn it down quite a lot and get rid of that square. Yeah, it's super distracting with this layer here. So let's. Oh, I also haven't masked it like the other ones, and let's take it down to like 10%. So hopefully, yeah. So we get like splotches, almost like very, very close to the camera, but I also think like this one would be a problem. So what can we do? Maybe if I move this camera just maybe to the right. There we go. Problem solved. So let's take a look at it. Let's render just a few more frames just in case there is any splodges. I'm just gonna save in case it crashes. And yeah, let's see how that turns out. Okay, I see that the lens dirt is sort of appearing even when there's no lightning strike. So I think I wanna retweak the lens dirt just a tiny bit. But I actually kind of like that is on the lens as well. It feels like water drops has stuck on the lens a little bit, which is quite nice. Yeah, I'm not sure about the foreground element there. Like there's these very subtle splashes coming in, but it feels like a little bit like snow, I guess. Yeah, so I'll take down. Yeah, but I kind of like it also, because it's like, I feel like the rain is in my face. So I think I maybe blur this even more. Yeah, it's tricky. I think maybe I just mix it down even less, so down to like 5%. And let me see, so there's a little bit of a adjustment here with the lens third. By the way, did you ever find that Spider-Man drawing meme? Let's see. I can find it. I mean, there's so many of them, but I don't know. I guess that it's also not only exclusive Spider-Man, but I guess there's like a bunch. I guess there's a bunch. Oh god, this is getting into picture hell here. But yeah, it's like drawing a Spider-Man and drawing Spider-Man in 12 seconds, 1 minute, and 10 minutes. And so sometimes, I mean, this applies to the effects as well, right? Like, I think just any work, really. I think, right? Like, if you spend more time on a shot, usually the better it looks. But yeah, so like it's just an interesting. I think it's a funny meme because yeah, it applies to a lot of things, right? especially, I mean, working with VFX, sometimes like the client wants things fast, and you know, VFX takes time. It's a very slow process and takes time to do and to do well. And so, yeah, sometimes it's like drawing that Spider-Man. Yeah, I love the lens flare there. The rain. I think I want to blur the tiny rain a little bit. It just feels a little sharp. That was the background one, so I have a blur. It's gonna blur. Yeah, one more. Yeah, one more pixel. That was the right amount. Maybe one more pixel. Maybe also the motion blur. I mean, it could be a little longer. Yeah, perfect. Small things at this point. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look and see if the 5% on the very, very big drops, is there look any good, or if they're even noticeable at this point. If not, I'll probably just disable it. Cool. Yeah, I think it's so subtle that it's not really too distracting, right? Like those water droplets that sort of like come around here, and yeah, so I think that'd be fine. So I'm not sure, but I feel like there's like no water drops here in the foreground. I think I might have masked them. Like, I feel like I should be able to see some of the water drops, at least in these blacks here. But yeah, I think I probably masked them by this, right? So these water droplets, yeah, so I think I want the water to hit the ground as well, like in front of that ground. So I think what I'll do, I'll try with a ramp first, since we have a still camera movement. I don't have to worry too much about it. So let's try to take this key and I'll mask this. I'll not mask it, but I'll plus the ramp. Yeah, I kind of wanna guess I lose. Yeah, I need to do more to this. So let's see. If I take this and then we say stencil. And then plus this into that, but for some reason it doesn't. Give me there. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. No. It's not the result I want. Is it because I'm plussing it? Maybe if I do over? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So I don't touch the sky with the ramp, but I'm touching the ground with the ramp. And so so now I should get like water drops here in the foreground. Yeah, so now I think I see them now here. So if I remove this, yeah, you can actually see it over the whole shot as well. Super subtle, hard to see, but you know, they are falling. Also, they cover better that area. Yeah, good. So let's see it play out again. See if anything stands out. Oh, I got a big square here. Big square. Can't. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can get away with the squares. Maybe if I blur them here, no, it's not gonna help with the big one. I'm just trying to think. Instead of a card, maybe I can use a sphere. Might not work, but because it's not taking the shape into consideration. Emit from point, no direction randomly. Color. Region. I'm trying to see if I can change the emitter shape, but I think it's the spawning particles. Here we are. There we go. And now that I shouldn't get those squares in the foreground. Now I get the dots. I think it will look better. Okay, with the motion we went a little harsh too. something like that. Okay. Hopefully that fixes those squares. Let's see. Yeah, so we get like these splodges, which is nice, I think. Okay, let's watch it one more time and find some music. No, I should save. They do sometimes appear like quite close to the camera, like yeah, the splotches here, right? Like it's crazy how much there's, because they're only like 5% mixed in, but they can be quite strong. So I think I will probably mix it down a little bit more. Oh yeah, not looking good. It's a little slow on the playback. My memory struggling a little bit. Hopefully it's not affecting the stream too much. But yeah, so let's see. I think, I mean, I kind of like it when it comes that close to the camera, but I don't, it is just very, very strong. So I think I'll take it down. So the alpha, and then maybe I can clamp my way out of it, maybe. Yeah, so instead of the braid, I think I'll do a clamp where the whites shouldn't be that strong. Especially, I think it's the one that's coming close to cam. So helps it a little bit. Yeah, and then maybe I can gain them down a bit as well. So like 5. And then just mix them down to, I guess, yeah, 4. It's almost in, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see how that looks like. I should probably clear my cache. I haven't done that. Since it's struggling a little bit with the playback. Oh boy. Save? No. Save. Yeah, I should really do some pre-comps, I think, at some point. Okay, let's try again. Okay, we should be able to see it now. Playback is struggling. I think I don't know if maybe it's the stream as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it looks quite good. Kind of like it. I think it's weird. Like I feel with some frames, the splotches sort of like there's a huge amount of splotches like very close to the camera. So maybe I'll take them even down further to like 2. And I'm actually getting a little bit of a crazy idea here. So so for the thunder, because like you know, to help it give like to help it sort of push it spatially, I feel like what would be cool, because right now it's sort of like coming down pretty straight, right, as we always kind of like see it. And I'm thinking if I put it on a card, again, this might not work, but I'm just gonna test it out. I want to just see if I can sort of push it through space a little bit more. The position of it, I think it would be quite cool. Yeah, so now, oh yes, let's see where the card is. Right, so now I have it on the card. Let's make this big. Let's make it actually, yeah, let's make it 2. And then kind of want to rotate the card this way. The camera, I'm gonna push that back a bit. So now, looking at this and that, I get a little bit more of an angle on it. I don't need to project it, I think, but I kind of want it to travel through space like that, and then sort of like closer to camera. So I might need to make it bigger, maybe even bigger. Okay, might need to project it, I think, in order to sort of pull off. Yeah, well, let's just project it. Yeah, so project. Do I need to project it? I really don't think I need to, though. Okay, so that's the 2D. Now it's going through 3D, but I want to yeah, I don't think I think a projection sort of defeats the purpose, because I essentially just want to stretch it. But on an angle, so it feels like these lightning strikes around here are like closer to camera. So let's see, let's just make it bigger like that. Let's put it like here. Actually, what could also be interesting is to maybe take this the same once we find sort of the angle that we like, but then position this as that, and so we fake some 3D lightning, but yeah, we're gonna get some duplication happening. Yeah, I'm thinking like how. So 2D, and this is sort of like stretched out in space, but it's just not, yeah, it's not really giving me what I'm looking for. It has to be quite extreme angle, I guess. And then bigger. So that would be the 2D, 3D. Just for funsies, let's take a look at how that looks. I think maybe that will look a little bit stretched out, but yeah. Let's see. Mr. Purple, hello. Welcome into the chat, man. Yeah, no, I think it sort of destroys the setup that we've sort of done for it. I think that looks better. Yes, I should have thought about that in the beginning, I think. To maybe, I think it would be cool to, it's just like looking at it. I mean, we have a couple of more lightning shots, so you know, still time to sort of do it. But what I wanted to do was to basically maybe have the lightning come this way and then sort of like spatially sort of like spread out like this, but having sort of like, you know, these areas come closer to camera. I think that would be a super cool lightning strike. But you know, like maybe we should do more lightning strikes in the shot and stuff like that. We'll talk with the director and figure out what to do. But I think also there's all the shots with it, so Could be cool to set up like a more 3D setup for the lightning. But I'm trying to sort of think like how to do that. Also, because I mean technically it's just a white value. I'm also wondering like if I could. Okay, let's try something here. So if we divide the card by a lot more polygons, we can do a displacement geo, is it? And then put that there, and you want to displace it by that. Let's see. Oof, it's heavy stuff. So we get like these. We get these peaks. Let's do more geometry. I'm just gonna save the script in case it crashes. So 248, and then I wanna blur this maybe a little bit so it's not super sharp. And then I want to maybe take down the scale of the displacement down a little bit, 0.3. Okay, let's see if it does anything. I mean, it sort of could have done something, but yeah, I would have to sort of think it through. I should have thought it through from the beginning. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I mean, I think this could give like pretty cool effects, maybe, especially if we pushing the geo downwards and upwards and stuff like that. Could have been fun to play with, but yeah, just to have it feel more three-dimensional, I guess. Let's see how this plays out. It's gonna take a while to render, but yeah, let's see. I'm sorry for missing everybody in the chats. I see that a lot of people are sort of like peeking out during the stream, and yeah, sorry, I'm like having my mind on the mess of notes here, and so I sometimes miss the takes a little bit for me to get back to the chat. Okay, stop. And so yeah, let's try to do this. You know, I think this might not be too bad. Actually, I think this could work, because like once maybe all the glow and all that stuff gets in there, like it's gonna, you know, you're not gonna be able to see like all the transparencies and all that stuff, and it, you know, it might help it make it feel like way more three-dimensional through space, and I think that could be cool. Boy, I really need to stretch my legs. Be right back. Let's see how that looks. Okay, this is interesting. I never done a lightning this way before, by the way. I don't think I ever have done lightning now that I think about it. I probably have in some smaller scale type thing, but I don't think I've sort of done it from scratch this way. So it's yeah, fun to play around with. It's just to see, like, you know, how we can push the elements in Nuke. But I kind of liking this. Oof, it's quite heavy with the displacement. Oosh, oosh, the feedback. Oosh. Okay, right. Let's keep it here. I wanna try to take all that in through the blur and the look and everything of the shot, and just to, you know, just to have it, just to see how it looks like. I also think it is peak here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think it was 51. Hoy boy. Okay, yeah, this is getting heavy. I should really do some pre-comps. I'll try to do that for next time. Oh man, I would love to see it. Love to see it move. Okay, it's gonna render way fewer frames. Save it, and then let's see it rendered. I guess it's not really. Yeah, I see that, you know, it's breaking up the shape a little bit of the lightning through the card, but so I guess like all the values and stuff like that has changed. So I think the glow nodes probably don't pick up on it as they did before, but I'm just very curious to see how if the idea sort of works. Let's see. Yeah, I think we have 3 shots with rain and thunder, so it's also nice to get this setup done, and then we can hopefully reuse it for the other shots as well. Maybe only change like direction of the rain and the lightning and all that stuff. Yeah, doesn't come through. I would have to adjust everything in order for that particular area to sort of work. Whoa. But I think I'll keep it in the script just as a test. Oop. This I still kind of like this though. Yeah, so apart from that, so we have a lightning setup. We have different rain types. And then we have lens stirred. We have grain and everything, so I think that's pretty damn good. I can't really think of anything else to do apart from putting in more lightning strikes throughout the shots. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, cool. So maybe I should take a look at the other thunder shots or rain shots. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, shot 20. This is actually the one. I don't know if I worked on that one before. 20. I don't think I have. So let's see. Which one is it? So it's this one. It's not that one. It's the one that I'm working on. These are not it. Is it any of these? It's this one. Where do we have it? Is this? Yeah, that's the one. So what I'm gonna do is actually just keep everything, just put in this one. I'll swap it over. Before I do too much crazy stuff, I'm just gonna save it, make sure it's saved, put this one in, change it out, and save this one out as 20. Okay, so let's see. What do we have to work with here? Frame range 235. Okay, and I should probably check if there's any camera movement. So I'm just gonna let this play through to see if there's any movement that we need to, or tracking that we need to do. So yeah, if you watching this video at this point, or the live stream at this point, we are working with an indie film that is being made in Peru called Basilio y el Mar, and yeah, we get to be able to sort of make these streams where we can show a little bit of the work and stuff like that, which is exciting. I never sort of been able to do that before, because of time constraints, and also because of NDA contracts. So it's super rare to be able to get to share it. But these streams are also just work streams. I mean, it is literally me just working on the shots. So just having a good time with it. And yeah, if you ever watch this as a video format or anything, have questions about anything, yeah, leave some comments and I'll try to answer them as good as I can. Okay, so no camera movement at all in this shot as well. And I see that there is it's actually raining. So I'll try to see if I can push it even further. It also says that in the notes that they want very strong rain. So I try to see if I can do that. Using the setup that we did before. There's no thunder in this shot though. Yeah, so I'll disable the thunder of the lightning strike. Try to see if I can sample. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we don't need any of this stuff. And it looks like it's just gonna be a rain for this shot. So let's disable the lens dirt for now. The exposure we're probably not gonna use. Yeah, so this is it's actually great to have some real rain reference. You can actually see the light streaks here and how strong they are. And we actually super close to have done that already in the other shot, even directional wise. So I think what I would tweak, yeah, so let's tweak one at a time here. Let's do this one. And I want to match this this angle, right? So I think we can, it's probably the first thing I would do here. Rotation here. So let's try minus 515 or minus 20. There we go, I think. So now we got streaks on the exact same directional angle. Just trying to compare with other rain droplets. This one here. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. I think it's yeah, probably a little too sharp on the white on white. As we see it here, we don't see it in the white, right? So we see it like more in the darks, which totally makes sense. So we should probably key this in a way where or mask it in a way. This should be a good mask actually. I think I can put like a grade here, alpha, and then take the sky down just a bit more. This is a little darker. Okay, that was maybe too dark. Let's try that. jets. Cool. Yeah, so okay, that helped a lot, I think. I should probably do that for the other shot as well. It's just so the rain is not like super visible in the whites. Maybe we can push this to 3. But in this shot, it needs to be it needs to rain like crazy, right? So I think we have to do a lot of water, a lot of rain here. Then we have this one. I think probably wanna do more, a bit longer streaks in this. Make them a little bit more visible. Then we got the foreground ones. Yeah, this shot was a little bit longer. Okay, so let's try to loop a few frames here. So that's the real rain, and that's with our rain. Nice. So, real rain, enhanced rain. This is such a great reference to have. It's even like, yeah, it's like if you look really closely. I know it's hard to see probably on the stream, but there is a little bit of like sort of like grain, almost like grain-like noise, right? That you sort of see. It makes it feel more full, but I think this is looking pretty cool too with it on. So I probably want to do this layer again for this shot. Oopsie. Let's copy this. Oof. Sometimes it gets stuck. I think probably my CPU is struggling a bit. Oops. Okay, let's do, wrong one. I think this is for, yeah, that's fine. Let's take it like that. And okay, so what I want to do for this particular one is try to see if we can do 500, maybe 600. opacity maybe. 0.1. Size, let's go to 2. Maybe 3 is fine. Let's see how that looks with the other ones. Plus. Yeah, so maybe making the streaks a little shorter. I think I want to do. So this mask over here. I think we see too much of the rain on the top, right? But I'll do another. Yeah, let's do another ramp maybe. Where I put it in like this. So let's take a look at the alpha looked like that, and I basically want to make sure it's very visible at the bottom, but not so visible at the top. And then let's plus this into the other and make this one maybe darker even. Maybe do this as well. So, I mean, technically, yeah, let's put a contrast, and then I would affect the alpha, and maybe could do something like that, maybe. So let's see. Okay, it almost cut the rain completely off, which is not exactly what we want. Maybe 260 here, 90, and we do a blur here. So that line becomes a little bit more soft, right? And now, as we look through this, hopefully the rain becomes less visible. Okay, it only made it more visible. Guess I'll remove the ramp. I think it's the one doing it. Yeah, it's better. Okay, let's see how if we can mix in a good amount of this lens, dirt, only like at the brightest areas, most, blur it out, key mix in. So we get like some some splotches up here. Maybe we can have it a bit more visible. Right. It's very subtle stuff, but it does the trick. Okay, I think. Let's see what they. Oh, did I lock this? Oh yeah, I did. I think I locked it. It's so for this, maybe 4 motion blur. And I think so. This is the one that is going to play a bigger role here. I think this layer that we were sort of playing with before. I'm trying to have it like very violent, so it feels like strong rain, basically. So let's see if we. So what I did before was to sort of force direction the particles towards the camera. And I'm just trying to think like what to do here. So it's emitting from this plane, and I think I could probably push the plane upwards, relocate it, and scale it. So I get a little bit of a bigger surface area for the rain, and then maybe put it down a little bit, and then I think so the more polygons that we have, I think it generates or emits from each polygon. So I think what I want to do is try to push this twice as much here, and also then also take the particle emitter and maybe do an emission rate of 1,000. Let's just see how crazy that looks. That's probably way too crazy, but we need to see it. Oof, I have a feeling Neil's gonna save. It's very costly. Cool. So looks like we definitely have way more particles. Let's try to motion blur them. Computer is struggling right now. I probably went too hard. Hey. Just 1 sec. I'm gonna let the dog out. Be right back. I think she probably wants to take a walk soon. So I'm ending the stream and probably in 5 minutes or so, I think. We're almost reaching our stream time as well. Whoa, this looks kind of crazy. Wow. Okay, yeah, we maybe went a little bit overboard here. So let's do. I had it on 100, so let's just try 200. And yeah, let's see what else we can play around with. There was like a velocity. Where we have it here. I'm gonna try to put this to 2. I don't think we would see that. Oh yeah, we do see that quite a lot. Okay. And then maybe the motion blur could be less. Okay, let's blur it just a tiny bit by 2, 3. Maybe the motion blur could be 1.5. Let's disable these for now and then see how that looks like. Oh. Before I play this, I just want to see the rain that we get. So we have a bunch of rain coming in. I'm just gonna expose this down so it's a little bit easier to see the different ones. I guess I need the grade maybe. So what's happening here? Oh yeah, I had this to like 5%, 2%. That's why. Okay, I was like, why am I not seeing anything? And that's definitely too visible. So let's take it down to, what's the other one on? Oh, it's on the 1. And okay, so you know what? Let's stick it on 1 first, and then disable this grade node. Yeah, that helped. Okay, yeah. So before I had this grade to 0.5. I think that helps it. Now this rain is going a little bit like the other direction as well, but I think I have some more turbulence. I have no turbulence. Maybe we want to do 0.5 turbulence. More. Let's do that. Okay, I will make them a little smaller as well. So like yeah, maybe see how that looks with 1. frames maybe better. I mean, 2 wasn't too bad. But I think we'll get quite distracting. Yeah, so I think maybe 1, and then I'll mix it down to like 0.7. And then let's see. So this is a shot without rain. We have very, very subtle rain. And then we have a lot of rain. And I think what I would like to do for this one is to do like these wind, like maybe like, yeah, what do you call it, like do you call them like gust, I guess it's called, like wind blows, using a little bit of a noise pattern to like to create these sort of like windy mist flying by the camera almost. So I'll take the liberty to sort of push that towards the camera so it feels a little bit more violent. Because I think the notes this says like heavy rain, or like yeah, I mean it just says heavy rain, so maybe I shouldn't push it too much. I think maybe we should keep it to this then, and yeah, then we can discuss it with the director. So some frames, this one for example, it feels like they are a little sharp. So I think I will blur them even more. Yeah, something like that, I guess. 6. Cool. All right. I think I will probably leave the stream here. Thank you so much for joining in, for the ones that are in the chat right now. It's always nice to have someone to talk to, I guess, during the streams, so it feels like I'm not just talking and bumbling to myself. So thank you for joining, and also if you're watching the video afterwards, thank you very much. Yeah, I think I will do tomorrow's stream in Spanish. So yeah, I'll do tomorrow's stream in Spanish. And yeah, so for now, so what's happening in I think we're gonna have a meeting on Monday for the first review session, and then I think we should have them like once a week at least. And I think we should probably do them on Fridays. I think so. We would have to see like everybody's time and everything like that to, yeah, just to see what sort of fits with all of us, I guess. But at least like once a week, and it would be nice to have some time in between the meetings and stuff like that to, yeah, to catch up on the notes and all the technical difficulties and problems and stuff like that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream or the video, and catch you tomorrow. Alright, I better walk my dog. Okay. Okay, bye bye. Thanks a lot.